Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to another episode. So today we have an interesting speaker who is Vishwanath, who is there in photography from 8 years, and in the wedding field, I think last 4 years is into this. So let us talk to him and get to know how is this photography journey. So thanks for coming here, Vishwa. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me on this Know the Unknown special segment, and I'm really great to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. So Vishwa, when I think 2 years back we had met.
Right.
So that is when I know about you.
Yes.
So I know few things like what you're doing, but the subscribers who does not know. So let us tell like what you're doing. And before that, I would like to ask you, like how did this journey all started? Maybe you had a dream from childhood, or how is it? You can tell that.
Yeah. So coming to the start of my journey, like from childhood, I was a very not a great student at school or in college. But eventually I was very good at arts and other co-curricular activities. So moving on for photography, I started it from from college. In degree, I met a friend. He was into event management, and then he called me for an event, and it was like my first job as a event guy was like to hold bags for models to come there and take the bags, and the models would walk on the ramp and again come back and give it to me. So that was my first job. So I found it like, oh wow, this is something nice, good industry. And I found a photographer there with big lenses and all, and it was like fascinating. I was like, okay, maybe if I get a hands on someday I would become a photographer. That was the first thought to become a photographer. And later on, moving on, like we did several events. Like in college only we used to do events. We did like 2 years completely while studying in college, and we found another friend who had an event company, and he wanted us to be a partners in that, and we joined and we did events for Oracle, HP, Bharat Matrimony and stuff like that. It was going good. Even that after I finished my college, I did not go to any IT jobs. I was still into events. So event management was the first priority, so that I thought I would become an event manager, and it was going on good. But later on, in one event, there was one photographer who didn't turn up. Luckily, we had a camera there, and even I had some interest. I used to shoot in college also for my friends' Facebook profiles and all. For those days, only Facebook was running, and I knew some settings in camera like that, and I started that shoot where the photographers were not there in that event, and I started the shooting. Then I felt nice. I was like, yeah, you see people smiling, and it was a great feeling to capture people's expressions and emotions, and yeah, that is how it all started.
So that's very nice.
Yes.
So when you told that your first job was to hold bags for the model, was it kind of assisting the cameraman or the models?
It was not related to camera itself.
Okay.
It was only a part of
which was the first part? Like when did you start? Like as you told, when the cameraman did not turn up, you had to shoot things.
Professionally, it was that event which the camera didn't turn up.
So what event was it, and how was your first?
It was a birthday party. It was a birthday party. We used to organize their decor and stuff. Something happened to that photographer who could not turn up. So we had a camera, like I said, and I started to.
So that cameraman who did not come to the event changed your life.
Unfortunately, I did. Yes.
So okay, that was very nice telling a few backgrounds about you.
Yeah.
And when was your first camera which you had bought by yourself?
Okay, my first camera which I bought myself was back in 2018. That was Canon 80D. So that was my first camera. I actually shot my first shoot for an MC. It was a random call from the event management team. I was like, one MC wanted a portfolio shoot. I was like, okay, I bought my new camera, I'll go shoot, and I did that. So from that, event birthdays, it was going on for about 2.5 years. And then I came into wedding industry. Oh my God, that blew my mind away. Wedding industry was a great exposure to me.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
So when you say like first shoot for an MC, because as a photographer, even I have an experience. Like how that the beginning stage
Right.
starts. Because once, as soon as you get a camera in your hand, you think yourself as a great photographer and you want to do many more things.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the reality is
There are a
not
lot
like
of
that.
limitations. Yes.
Yeah, so there are people who call you for small shoots where there might not be a pay at all.
Right.
There might be so much of ups and downs.
Correct.
Any one circumstance where you felt, okay, why did I even choose this? Like in the beginning stage, because even I had an shoot where I had to feel that, okay, why are they treating me like this? Why they are paying me so less even though my work is good? Any circumstances which you had faced back then in your beginning?
See, money was not the main priority for me in the initial stages, because getting a new experience every day is priceless. Alright, meeting new people is priceless, and I love meeting people and I love people. So I didn't bother about money that much in the initial days. I was just doing my job and I just loved what I was doing. So that drove me away till here.
That's very nice. That's so sweet. Yes. There was a time in COVID where we all did not have shoots at all.
Right.
We all had some financial issues. And how did you try to manage that?
Luckily in COVID, before COVID I got a project for a medical store. So they had some 40,000 products to be shot for their app they wanted to get their business online. So luckily I was occupied in COVID because I had shot all those 40,000 products before and I had to edit them. And luckily COVID gave me a best time to edit, and
so you were fully
I
occupied.
was very fully occupied in
That's
COVID
so
as
sweet.
well. So maybe that's got grace, and yeah,
That's nice.
it's going good.
And another thing is when see, let's say I'm a photographer. So in my home there is a stereotype saying that
Right.
okay, what is your son doing? He's a photographer. And your relatives looks somewhat different.
Right.
And how did you manage to break that stereotype?
The initial stage it was tough. It was very tough. Like my mom was very against it, and mainly my mom. My dad was supportive. It's like, what are you doing? If you're okay with it, you just go on. If it doesn't work out, then plan for something else. Even my brother was very supportive in that case. But my mom has always this is not right. Don't do this, like that and all. But yeah, I wanted to be out of the box. 9 to 5 job is not my kind of a job. So I wanted every day is like something new experiences. I wanted to meet people new every day, and maybe that helped me out to be, out of that comfort zone, and I tried to do.
So you broke that stereotype,
Yes.
saying that maybe because most of the people might be watching us because they might have started career in any type of job which they like. But most of the time, most of the people do not know how to break that stereotype. So the one thing the efforts which you put to break that stereotype or something, do you have anything?
Like if you love what you do, then put all those efforts in that. That's all
nice.
I'll say. That will take you somewhere else.
And the consistent,
Yes.
whatever
and
you do.
you have to be consistent. Yeah, that's it.
So that's very nice.
Yes.
When was your first wedding? So all these days you were doing a freelance project, let's say fashion, medical, product shoots and so on.
Right.
So when did you start weddings? Like since how many years? And how was your first time experience shooting a wedding?
Oh, first time shooting a wedding was it's like, what's happening here? What's happening there? What's happening here? What's happening there? It's all full confusion and stuff. And luckily, the person who had hired me was one of my event friends. So, and he was short of a photographer, and he had a photographer, and he had a camera, and he asked me to join him, and we went. It was in a Bangalore, some rural area, and we went. My first wedding photography job was a traditional photographer, which is very important. Traditional photography is very important and chaotic as well, because you need to get everyone in the frame, you need to take every ritual as you can. But it was very challenging for me. I was really confused. What's happening? Where should I go? Everyone is like, the videographer is like, come, let's go. And I was like, where? It was like all those tensions were happening. I was like, my friend came. I was like, I'm not able to do this. I was like, hey, it's okay. Take a deep breath and you can do this. And he supported me, and yeah, we completed the shoot. End of the shoot, he was like, he thanked me after seeing all the photos. It was like not traditional, but yeah, I actually zoomed a lot of
Which was
things.
kind of
yeah,
candid.
Which was kind of candid, yes. And he told me that you're not fit to be a traditional photographer, and it's like okay, then you might have to try candid. I'll call you from the next time. It's like he again called me for the next thing, and candid was like free. It's like you don't have any tension,
No restriction.
no restriction. You play around whatever you want. And I was like, that was like, oh my god, this is freedom. I can choose whatever frames I want. I can go wherever I want. Like nobody is on my shoulders like, come take photos here and stuff like that. And
Only thing is you need to be creative. You need to be very sharp.
That I didn't have anything in mind. Like I was dumb as just I was only capturing smiles. No framing, like no compositions, no light stuff, no nothing. Whatever light was there, I used to shoot. Like then later on, after exploring the world of candid photography, then I started to realize there is compositions, there is lighting techniques, there are poses, and initially I did not research any of that, and slowly I started to research. I followed some big names in the industries, and started to learn on myself. And I went to YouTube University, which really helps a lot of photographers to start their own career. I really recommend YouTube, but you have to stick to one teachers. So if you see a lot of videos, it will definitely confuse you a lot, and stick on to one this thing, and you can jump up your career.
That's nice.
Yes.
So that was very nice. So Vishwa, I would like to ask you another thing. So getting weddings these days is very difficult because there are too many of competitors in and around. There are so many beginners who does not know to quote, and they just give a random quote, and that obstacles and all is very hard to handle. So since I know you personally, you're working with a team, and I have seen your work, which is very long back. It's very beautiful. That's the other part of the thing.
Yes.
So getting a consistent wedding is very difficult. So let's say you can you tell something about like how is this wedding process? Since when this consistent of weddings you're doing, and who are the people who is getting you the consistent pipeline of work so that you're always being engaged shooting?
Okay, so imagine you get a client, okay, wherever, from whatever source. Make sure you really know what they want. Like what are their tastes. Talk to the client, talk to the couple, get to know them very well, and you'll get an idea. So like this couple needs this couple needs this, so you can do your pre-production, you can tell your team what all you need, and that solves the purpose. And when you deliver the output and that's what they really want, they'll definitely refer you for other works. Like this industry, word of mouth reference is really important, and it helps you a lot. So
your work talks for the next project.
Work should talk.
Exactly.
So that's the main game. Otherwise, if you simply click a photo and take this is your wedding photo, it's like, what is this? I don't want to recommend you anymore. Like that's how you lose business. So
everyone remembers their first pay. So even before you earn something, like let's say someone is going to a corporate, even today I remember my first pay, which was like kind of payment collection job. Even I still today I remember that 6,000. I know where did I spend, how did I spend. That was a whole new kind of experience. Which was your first pay, and how did you manage to
my first pay was not in photography. Like I said, I was holding bags for the models. That was like 500 rupees.
That's nice.
Like that also I got after 2 weeks. Like event management, I take some time to come the process and all. But that 500 was like, oh my god, the first 500, that orange wala load was like the old ones. I was like, whoa, 500, what to do? Put it in my bag and went home. I didn't tell my mom, I didn't tell my brother. I was like, okay, I have seen this in movies, so first pay, they'll get sweets. I went, I bought 100 rupees sweet, gave it to my mom. I was like, why sweets now, no festival? I was like, no, I earned 500. You spent off in sweets 100 rupees. She scolded me for that also. I was like, yeah, that was my first experience of getting paid.
That's sweet, actually.
So it was like that.
So Vishwa, now I'm in a position where I have to create a team, okay? Because because I literally want people to work with me to make my company grow.
Right.
And creating a team is not a easy task at all.
Completely.
Because since this year, from past 6 months, I'm trying to get a team, form a team, and I'm finding it so difficult. And why I'm asking you this question is because you're already in a team.
Right.
And what is that one or two advices which you want to give me so that I can follow that and make a team?
To create a team, you have to be very dedicated. That is the first thing, and you have to be very focused. Like when you ever go into an event, you should not be lazy. Lazy are the ones who come for the first time and initially is like, oh, I have done enough today, let me take a break. Don't take breaks. Show your team what you can do.
Okay.
Like you should be the hardest person in the team working so that others get inspired by your hard work and they'll follow your path. Get those persons who are very like-minded and they are really top-notch in what they do and very passionate about what they do, and you have to set some goals for them as well in their life to grow your company as well. It is very equal to grow yourself and the company. So make sure they have their own goals, and as a owner, even you should be able to help them in those goals to get achieved. That shows a very good leadership in you, so that they will stick on to you for a long time and you can do something great with all those people.
Okay,
So,
that's
like
nice.
that.
So what you are trying to say is, let me rephrase it. So to create a team, first thing is you need to have like-minded people.
Correct.
And second thing is, when they are working with you, first you need to identify what they are good at.
Correct.
And second thing is, you should split their roles. And third thing is, you should not only see the company's growth and also see their growth
as well.
initially. So maybe they have a goal and you have your company's goal, so both should win. So it is kind of a win-win situation for both. Vishwa, when you said you learned it from YouTube, okay, most of the things. These days people think you need to have a specified course or something, like you who have a certificate to this particular job or something. Since you are learnt everything from YouTube, who is your mentor? See, especially everyone has a mentor. So who is that one person who is your mentor, who you look upon?
Okay, there are a lot of people on YouTube. Like for video editing, I follow Ryan Nagel, and for photo inspiration, I follow Peter McKinnon, and for Photoshop expertise, I follow Pixel Media. There are channels like that. So those are my inspirations and they are my mentors, I could say.
Okay. So when you want to learn, there is nothing that you want to spend. Everything is available in.
If I want to spend, there are some courses. There are some courses I have paid for, but it was not that informative. But I find YouTube is a very
informative,
free and informative place.
That's very nice. Very nice. I personally wanted to ask you from very long time.
Okay.
Because I've been here with you since last 2 years.
Right.
I had been assisting you also for a very long time. And then at one point of time I felt, no, this is like, I have to stop assisting.
Right.
And I don't know why did I even feel assisting is a bad job or something. But I don't know why is that so. So how important assistant's role is?
Assistant, see, even I started actually I started my wedding photography industry as a wire boy. For one event I did, that's all, because that same event guy had called me up for the shoot, who had gave me traditional video, I told you, right? He called me for the first job for the wire job.
Okay.
Wire job is nothing but there'll be a traditional videographer. Those days there was no wireless transmitter systems to connect to the mixing unit and stuff. It has to go onto the wire. So that was my first job. Like in that I learned patience. Patience is the main key. Okay, assisting is also like, you should have a really very good patience level. Okay, and I don't see assisting as a very downward job because you'll get to learn a lot of things.
Yeah, actually, because of me assisting you only, I got to know your frames. And today I am shooting that. So that is
really good. Whenever I see your photo, I was like, yeah, he's doing great. I like this. I was like, yeah.
So there are many people who are assisting you, and now they are handling their own companies.
Right.
So what do you feel seeing that?
I feel proud. Like from me, they have learned and they started something like they're really passionate about, and they're doing good in the market. I really feel proud of it.
That's a very proud moment,
yes,
right?
That's a very proud moment. Yeah,
that's actually very nice.
Yes.
And Vishwa, and this is the last question for the day. Since the thing is like, see, each one has their own goals. Let's say their personal life, let's say their career or something. So what is that one goal which you're working on, or yet to work, or yet to start? So what is that one goal? It's not necessary that you have to completely say your goal or something that one thing which you're keeping on working. See, every day when you get up, there will be a purpose, right? At least once in a day it strikes, okay, fine, this is my goal and I'm going to work for it. So what is that one goal you want to achieve? Let's say, let it be in a personal life or a professional life. What is that one thing you want to do?
My goal is to make people happy, and
you're already doing it.
Yeah, I don't want to, fade that away, and I would like to make people happy every day from my lens, and capture those moments. And at the end of the day, when they see those photos and they smile, and that's priceless. And I would like to work on that every day. It's like that.
That's so sweet.
Yes.
You told all about your goals. It was very interesting, and to be honest, you make people every day smile. You're already working on your goals.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming here. It was a great pleasure talking to you, Vishwa. And why this show, especially why I wanted to start is, let me tell you this. See, because I personally know you, how you are. And people here, they do not know what is your perspective. See, when I talk to you, I learn so many things. When you talk to me, maybe few things you might learn.
Definitely.
So this is a very small initiative which I am taking to know the people. See, you're a great photographer, but
I'm not a great photographer. I'm just a photographer trying to make a
according
difference.
to me, you're a great photographer.
Thank you.
So I wanted to share my contacts here to my audience, to my set of audience. So you were very informative for the day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Keep continuing the great work as you're doing. Once again, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me on this show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It was the very first time someone is interviewing me, and I don't know how I did, but if anything is there, please cut it again. Yeah, it was really fun. Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you.
All the
thank
best.
you so much.
Thank you. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe.